Good evening. It is 6:01 on January 27th, 2025. I call the DeKalb Township Board of Trustees meeting to order. Clerk, roll call, please.
Trustee King,
Present.
trustee Thurman. Here. Trustee McNutt.
Here.
And Supervisor Hess.
Here.
Trustee Bradley is absent, and also President or Commissioner Smith and Assessor Dyer.
If you can stand for the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have approval of the agenda. Can I get a motion to approve, please?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion, any changes, questions?
Not of the agenda, but of the forms that we sign. I don't know if that counts as the same. It said the 21st on there.
Oh, good
So-
point. Okay, yeah, when we get to that agenda item, will you bring that up, please?
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, all those in favor of the agenda signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained? Okay. No presentations tonight, no members of the public, so we'll go right into reports. There's not, between our last meeting and this meeting, there, with the holidays, hasn't been a whole lot, but I do want to, talk about December 22nd, Sunday, December 22nd is when the Tri-Frat fire, happened. And, just kind of a recap, or I want to tell you about the township's involvement with that. So that evening I did get a call from the mayor who explained that residents were being told to go to Westminster Presbyterian Church. So I did go there and assist with kind of, coming up with a plan. We were able to get a resident list from the landlord. And for the residents who weren't present, we were able to call them to make sure that they knew what the situation was. The city worked quickly on securing a hotel for that night. There were 32, I'm sure you've heard, 32 units affected. And so we confirmed who was there and got those hotel rooms over for them at the Red Roof Inn. Some individuals we did have to help with transporting them over there, but a lot of them had their own cars. Some of them, depending on which unit they lived in, were able to go back in with an escort from the fire department to retrieve a few things for the night. So Sunday night they were put up at the hotel. Monday morning, I want to do a shout out to the following businesses. I wanted to make sure that the residents, that we had breakfast at the hotel so we could start talking to them about next steps. And so the road district was kind enough to donate 2 cases of water, Panera, Dunkin' Donuts, Schnucks. That night, Jewel donated for their evening meal. Casey's donated the following day for breakfast. West Ridge Apartments contacted us and wanted to donate money. So we just had them donate that to Family Service Agency because they were collecting all the funds. Westminster Presbyterian Church for opening their church that night. Red Roof Inn for being so accommodating and fast acting to get the residents in there. And then Casey and Kim, just were on board right away the next day. We followed the protocol for the last fire and told residents we're going to help them, get them some gift cards so they could get their personal essentials to get through the next, several days. And because of the sheer number of residents affected, we were going to have to buy a large quantity of gift cards. And much to my disappointment, Walmart would not work with us. Walmart only allows $1,000 of gift cards to be purchased in a day, and we had to purchase $8,000. We even called corporate and they said no. So Meyer, we reached out to Meyer. They're like, come on over. Well,
Right.
so that was it was disappointing, but it was also very kind of Meyer to step up, and they acted real quickly on that. So we served them breakfast, and then by noon, we had multiple community organizations at the Red Roof Inn in one of their banquet rooms with tables set up. Red Cross was there, we were there, Family Service Agency, the school district, the Regional Office of Education, Ben Gordon Center, several churches, Rooted for Good, formerly DeKalb County Community Gardens, 4C. There were Christmas gifts there were clothes there. There were the gift cards from us, gift cards from Family Service Agency. And then Red Cross was helping them with a variety of things. All of these residents were required to have renters insurance, so that was a blessing that they had that. And the city, Jennifer Yoakum with the city, was really great with helping people make the calls to get that insurance activated. There were quite a few bilingual individuals, and so Kim was extremely helpful with helping do translation services. So it was just really a tremendous community response. It's absolutely awful that people have to go through that, let alone days before Christmas. And some of them have been rehoused, but many of them are very challenged by finding another place to live that's within their means. So, from my perspective, I was there on Sunday and Monday, and then Tuesday was Christmas Eve, and then the next day I left out of town for a week. Ironically, I went to California, and then there was fires there. But the community response, all of the organizations in this community just really work well together and complement each other, and it was a moment of pride for several of us. So I just wanted to be sure to share how outstanding that was.
I said Walmart. I didn't think that would be a thing.
Yeah.
Are there any continuing needs for the affected residences?
Finding housing is the biggest need right now. And then, as far as the renters insurance is paying for some things. In some units, there were multiple families. And so only the primary leaseholder had the renters insurance, so the other family would be out. Love Inc. is, helping people with furniture donations. Family Service Agency gave them vouchers to their store, their country store, so they were able to get some of that. So I'm sure that there will be needs. I just haven't heard of any directly. So. And then the only other thing I want to report is that we're doing the advanced care plan in here. That's where you can get your healthcare power of attorney. We're working with Northwestern Hospital on that. And so the individual from the hospital is coming here, and we have had a pretty good turnout for that. It's appointments only this coming Thursday and Friday. We do have some appointments open yet. If anyone wants to take advantage of that, they will have you complete the form, and then they'll put it right in your My Chart. It's a great service and for free. I personally paid an attorney to do it because I didn't know you could do it for free at the hospital. So yeah, any questions on any of that? All right, clerk's report.
No report.
Highway Commissioner?
Just to let you know, I've posted a new amended budget that will be looking to be approved in the March meeting. March, yeah.
Oh,
I thought it was February. Yeah. So that is posted online if anyone has any questions or anything, or wants a copy emailed to them, please let me know. And I would even, I can highlight all the differences, basically any line item that we're completed with that had extra money in it has gotten rotated to a capital fund for the new building, that's going up. We are finally, getting real close to the phase of starting construction as soon as the weather breaks. Met with the, Resource Bank here, and we're finalizing stuff for a loan to finish the building. About, the, guideline, or I mean, I'm sorry, the projected finish date would be end of 2025, and then with a construction loan, and then roll that into a loan. We're subject to, I think, 10 years is the maximum we can go for that, so that shouldn't be a problem. On that, other than that, just we're doing really well on salt and things this year because quite frankly, we haven't had a lot of weather, pesky stuff, but been doing a lot of just machine maintenance and stuff like that, our usual winter cycle, so that's about it. Unless there's any questions.
Just a question out of curiosity about the salt. How good is it? Is it as effective the following year?
Oh, yeah, yeah, it doesn't really go bad, so. I haven't even taken any salt in that I purchased. But we have to make our order for salt in April. We receive pricing in September to October through the state of Illinois. And then I can start taking it upwards of December 1st until May 1st to take it. We have not taken in any salt yet this year, so we're actually using the salt that we took in a year ago. So yeah, it doesn't go bad. It's been underground for 1,000,000 years.
What's that?
Gotta keep it in the salt shed.
Yes. Yeah, that's it for me.
Assessor's report?
Tomorrow morning is the last of the Board of Review hearings of the county. I'm thankful for that, and we'll be able to get going on 2025 payable in 2026. That's all I got.
You just have to show up to those, you don't have to.
No, they ask my opinions and everything as far as value. Obviously, they have my opinion of value in front of them, but I mean, that's what it is. But if they have questions as far as how I came up with it or what I think of the appellant's evidence, then I voice those concerns at that point. Most of them are done remotely, either on telephone or teleconference or Zoom. So
Yeah.
yeah, luckily all I have to do is call in and I can do it from here and it's a lot easier. That way I can have all of my information right in front of me on my computer.
Is that an all-day process? Or
No, typically each hearing is scheduled for 35 minutes. Luckily, like tomorrow, I only have 3 of them. And they usually don't even last 35 minutes. It's usually pretty cut and dry if they actually have an argument or not.
Are there a lot of reversals or?
Not necessarily reversals, but they might lower some. This year, we had a very large equalization factor due to the housing market boom. And it probably shouldn't have gone necessarily across all different types of parcels, including the commercial industrial. So a lot of the rollback is taking up a portion of that equalization factor.
Always sticking to the homeowner.
Not my fault.
Oh, I'm not blaming you, it's the system.
Yeah.
All right, any other reports or questions for assessor? Trustees reports, trustee King?
Happy New Year. They're back. And, the weather's kind of kept everybody in, so it's been kind of mellow. I've been trying to stay healthy. That's my report. Stay healthy, because I was not healthy and still on the board, so That's it. Stay healthy. I don't, yeah, and I don't know what you can do. I wore my mask, Craig. I don't know what you can
I've been
do.
sitting next to you for a long time and haven't got anything yet.
Well, exactly. So I don't even
But I
hold you
appreciate-
accountable.
I appreciate the.
Yeah, I don't want it to spread and I don't want to catch anything, so just stay healthy, wash your hands, it's important. So,
Trustee McNabb,
No report.
trustee Thurman.
No report.
All right, then, moving on to bill paying. Can I get a motion to approve the December audit reports in the amount of $262,921.43 and the January bills to pay in the amount of $85,745.33.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Yes.
So you are correct. These say January 21st on them because that was the original date of the meeting. So I will have the clerk correct those to January 27th and initial. Any questions about the content of the reports?
I have a question
Uh-huh.
on page 19. Oh, this is road district, so Craig, I guess it's.
Well, it's my turn.
I guess so. Physicians immediate care, does that
Yes.
mean like somebody had to go, there was a accident or something?
No, so I require that, including myself, all three CDL drivers with the road district get a 2-year or 1-year medical card, depending on.
Oh,
That is not a requirement at the state or federal level. Our driver's license are somewhat of a federal driver's license, even though they're issued by the state. You usually only have those if you have to leave the state of Illinois. It's either an intra or interstate driver's license.
okay.
Well, I have them that entrust me that everyone is safe to drive a snowplow truck in this area.
Okay,
Or healthy, not safe, but healthy. I
yeah,
hope they're safe too, don't get me wrong, but.
no,
It's just something we've done for years here.
okay,
So.
okay, I had not noticed it. And then I have a question on page 20, which is right behind, which is, I don't even know if I want the answer to this. Aren't drainage for
Yes,
$3.50?
yeah, so if we have to repair a broken tile in our right of way, Art is a drainage company out in Malta and they have a facility set up there. You can just go at will. We're gonna
Oh,
go and get a couple fittings and stuff and unfortunately, and they only bill us once a year.
okay,
So I think I might have got an elbow or a chunk of pipe and it was $3.50.
okay,
So that's what that is.
those are my questions.
And they were easy questions, so I do greatly appreciate that too, so.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Trustee King,
Aye.
trustee McNabb,
Aye.
trustee Thurman,
Aye.
and supervisor Hess.
Yes.
4 ayes and 0 nays, it passes.
Next, can I please get a motion to receive, file, and approve the treasurer's December budget reports?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Trustee McNabb,
Yes.
trustee Thurman,
Aye.
trustee King,
Aye.
and supervisor Hess.
Yes.
4 ayes and 0 nays, it again passes.
Nothing for unfinished business, so new business, moving on page 51. Kim has been very, very busy and proactive with getting our 2025 calendar set up. And so I just wanted to include that in there so you can see and help us promote what we have on the calendar so far. Our ARP safe driving courses are filling up already. There's one this week.
Next week.
Yeah, next week, and that one's already full. So, we're gonna keep those going as long as, keep them continued, going as long as, you know, we keep filling them up since no one else in the community is doing that. So yeah, it's nice to have these on there and know what we're doing and start promoting them early. So any questions about it's just an information item to share. Item B, can I get a motion for the discussion and approval of authorization for supervisor to approve and execute a 3-year agreement for professional auditing services with DeKalb and Associates? I'll make that motion.
Second.
Discussion. So this is the proposal that Newkirk gave us. We've been working with them the past 3 years. Because we take in more than $850,000, we are required to do an annual audit. I think it's fair to say that Craig and I have both been very pleased with them. They have been easy to work with.
Informative.
Yeah, and they're helpful. We can call them. I know I've called them, just at random times to ask them things, and they've been very helpful with, a couple of years ago, helping me understand QuickBooks and clean stuff up. So yeah, they've been great. So they like to operate with 3-year contracts. And so that's what's in front of you tonight. Page 55 outlines what the fee schedule is. I don't expect you to remember, but the previous 3 years and for 22, 23, and 24, these prices are almost double because of the scarcity of CPA auditors in the state who will still do government audits. So we're fortunate that we have one that is willing to continue to work with us. So across the board, as I know Craig has discussed this down at TOI, and he can share what he's heard.
It's scarce to even find one. There's a lot of townships, especially central and southern part of the state, that are actually hiring from outside the state. And so we're so fortunate that they're willing to come here and review our stuff in here and work, so you're not constantly having to chase documents and via email and stuff like that. It's a statewide problem, the auditors, and these numbers compared to a lot are, and from what I'm hearing, to equal sized townships. What I mean by equal size, the amount of money we bring in, are really good compared to people are paying more than double. So there is some changes coming to the law, and I know myself and the supervisor had this discussion that they're talking about going every other year. That won't come into effect if it gets passed until like 26 or 27. I think both of us feel more comfortable because they only audit the year that they come. And then the rest of it is on us. And I'm not saying that we're incompetent or anything. But what I'm saying is it's always good to check our work, So and I think Mary agrees that having them come every year, even if that does happen, is a good thing. So I'm in 100% agreement on all this. So.
I'm too, for transparency purposes, and I think that's in our best interest to do that. So any questions about this? Hearing none, can I get roll call for this approval, please?
Trustee Thurman,
Aye.
trustee McNutt. Aye. Trustee King.
Aye.
Supervisor Hess.
Aye.
4 ayes and 0 nays, it passes.
Notify them. Item C, can I get a motion to approve the COI grant awards?
I motion to approve the Corey Grant Award.
Okay. Second.
Second.
Discussion. All right, I'd love to tell you more about them. So we had 5.
What page is it?
That's page 56. We had 5 applications submitted to us, all not-for-profits. And the Committee on Youth had good conversation about each of them, and actually tabled, if you look at the bottom of that graph, they tabled 2 of them, Love Inc. and Kishwaukee YMCA. They want more information about some of the things that were in the application. So they did approve, 3 of them. First one, Rooted for Good, which is formerly the Community Gardens. They're looking to make children's hygiene packages, so when they do their mobile food pantries, they would have these packages to distribute to kids. And the contents of the packages are deodorant, shampoo and conditioner, body wash, toothbrushes, and toothpaste. And we are asking that they also add feminine hygiene products in those. Make sure that they're reaching everyone.
Sorry.
Do you know how many packages they will find with those items?
I wanted. They did not put a number on there, no. Been a while since we discussed this, so my memory's not fresh.
Do we know if they'll be getting their products from Walmart? Just don't even.
I'm sorry, Dale, I don't, that's not in here. I don't know how many it is. I guess as many as they can make with, you know, that particular amount of funds. And then I imagine that, you know, if other events come up that they're at, they'll distribute them there too, but we do make it very clear that they have to remain in DeKalb Township. Any other questions about the Rooted for Good application?
I think that's a great idea. I wonder what made them think of that.
I think they probably saw needs.
Yeah, well,
Or you know, maybe from time to time, they may have a couple of hygiene products and they go fast. But in their application, you know, they're talking about people's dignity and that if they have inadequate hygiene, what that can lead to at schools and
yeah,
so,
yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
And I'm sure kids will go back if they need more.
Mhm.
You know, if you don't have any, go, hey, can I get another one of those?
Right.
And we're gonna turn them down, sure.
The next one is Family Service Agency. They want to implement this new program, which is like a step, it's a graduated program. So it's called Now What Level Up, and it is for DeKalb High School youth who've graduated from the youth diversion group. And the focus is on post-high school, getting them the skills they need so that they can be successful with whatever they plan to do after high school. Trying to empower them to, you know, or expose them to the workforce and, you know, options that are available there. So it really is investing in a population of youth that maybe needs that one-on-one attention so that they can leave high school with a plan. So we did go back to them and modify what they asked for. So they asked for 5,000. We're willing to provide them with 2,500, just because we looked at some of their expenses and thought that, you know, maybe they could find a way to bring some of those down for project and program office supplies and so forth. So, and they do have other sources of funding. They have a Meta community grant that's covering quite a bit of it, and then public contribution. So any questions about that?
I think that's an excellent program, and I think those skills are needed. And I say that because we've been working with the Career Center at NIU.
Mhm.
So even college students outside of content don't necessarily always put the two together so that they can figure out kind of how to package themselves.
Right.
And so,
I think some of the local tradesmen I think that would be. Cranes are starving for bodies, basically.
Yeah,
And just, you know,
yeah, maybe they
come on
could even
down, I'll
invite
teach them how
them.
to drive a truck
Yeah,
and other things.
Well, and schools used to do this.
And that's really,
We've kind of gotten away from that, so. Um, and then the next one is from Three Fires Council, so that's the Boy Scouts, and which girls are a part of now as well. And I just really love this one. It's an on-site scout program at Gideon Court Apartments. And so they have tried to recruit more youth who live in some of these apartment complexes. And there's been transportation barriers, there's been financial barriers where they can't, go on to the next step because they're not able to purchase the supplies. So this is an on-site program where all the supplies will be included. They're going to be recruiting parents to try to have parents be leaders in the scouting program. And it was actually initiated by Gideon Court Apartment Management, which I think is the coolest thing, that the management is looking out for their residents and looking for things for families to do.
Gideon Court is really special, I think, and unique. When I was with the Human Relations Commission, and we had a meeting with all of the different people that have housing complexes, I learned about Dharma. And the lady that, and I don't know if she's still there, she was over Gideon's Court, and she did a lot of kind of innovative and really great things.
Yeah.
So if that's her, I am not surprised.
Christine.
Is that who she is? Chris, is that her name?
Christine Cruz.
I don't remember her name. I just remember she was doing really great work and everybody was talking about it. And I thought, wow, like other people need hers.
is that across from Suburban Apartments? Is that where I'm thinking?
No, it's by
West
Fatty's.
Lincoln. 1325 West Lincoln.
It's
Yeah.
blue now.
Yeah, it's blue now.
Okay,
Yeah, they got some interesting siding choices.
Right next to like the maintenance of university.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I after I read it, I was so impressed, I called over there and asked to speak to,
Oh,
and just applauded them for being so outgoing. And then she explained to me that they have a food pantry in the building and playground equipment. And so I was just very, very impressed. And so the scouts, are gonna get this up and running.
That might be my favorite one, yeah.
So it's covering registration fees, program aids, uniform recognition, patches and pins, program supplies. And so they asked for 4,875, and that's what the committee agreed to fund this program.
That's a precise number.
Any questions about that one?
good for them.
Um,
Maybe other places will follow her lead. I don't know. If other places, I don't know if they all operate the same, but
Well, the scouting as a whole is down bad.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, the troops are not as large as they once were, is what I'm hearing from different places.
well, she's starting them out, so hopefully, this will lead to something,
Yeah.
and it'll certainly create,
Maybe get some Girl
That
Scouts in there
community.
too.
yeah. So, yeah.
So any final questions?
Only about the last two, so as the TBD occurs, will they count? Will they receive money in this session after this information is gathered, or will they have to wait?
So we're hoping that they'll be able to answer our questions before, and I'll bring that information to the next COI meeting in February.
Okay.
And then the COI meeting is before our meeting, so then we can bring those back with the recommendations.
Okay.
We can bring them to this meeting. But, and then, with these first rounds of grants, it's giving us some, in reviewing them, we realized that there's some more work that we need to do information we need to ask, or, you know, like for the, Rooted for Good, you know, deodorant, $1,000. Well, show us where you're gonna buy it, how much it's gonna cost, and so that we can answer those questions about how many packets is that gonna be. So we're gonna ask for more itemized.
Yeah, because that's a worthy cause. You wanna make sure you're right. Well, $5,000 not enough. You know, can you make exceptions for such a
I
worthy?
bought a deodorant at Costco or something to that nature, you know.
Oh, yeah, bulk thing. They just need to borrow my same scarf.
So. Okay, so if we could take a vote, please. Roll call.
Trustee Ken,
Oh, aye.
trustee McNutt.
Yes.
Trustee Thurman
Alright,
and Supervisor House.
Yes,
4 ayes and 0 nays, it passes.
okay, so I will notify them and be back next month with more information about the other two. And then next under new business, can I get a motion to approve the minutes of the regular Board of Trustees meeting, December 11th, 2024?
so moved.
Second.
Discussion?
The only thing I got is under, it says border review, it's board of review.
Okay, gotcha. I can fix that, and then under item D, for some reason I misspelled trustee Bradlow's name, so I'll fix that under new business.
Just glad you didn't say Smith. I'm not a trustee either, but
Hmm.
it'd be a tough name to mess up on.
Okay, anything else? Okay. All those in favor of the minutes signify by saying aye.
Alright,
Anyone opposed? Yes, no old business, no executive session, other business. The next committee on youth meeting is February 11th. And the next regular Board of Trustees meeting is on February 18th. And I also want to mention, our March meeting, we're gonna need to find an alternative location. Early voting will be in place here. Last March meeting we had, at the police department. Let's see if we could get that again.
We can do the shot. We've done it before. I'm just throwing it out there. Whatever you're comfortable with.
What?
Won't be high, it won't be cold, or I mean, we won't need air
Oh,
conditioning.
you said the shop.
Yeah, just out
I
back.
didn't hear you say.
I'm sorry.
That meeting we will have, so. Just like last year, Danita will be coming back to give an update. So for acoustics,
well, she need presentation, last time she needed a presentation.
yeah, she did do a PowerPoint. So. We can see if we can find the.
Yeah.
Secure, if the police department's available, if not, then we'll make do.
I have a screen, I don't have anything else.
Okay.
But,
Mhm.
Yeah, I have a projector if we need it.
oh, we've got our IT person.
Right.
Okay, with that, I'll take a motion to adjourn, please. At 6:40.
So, motion we adjourn.
All those in favor?
Alright.
Okay, adjourned at 6:40.